7C is a little tricky, I'd say. It's a little bit harder than the other 4 problems in 7. So I start with this cosine graph. This is an amplitude of 2, and it also gives me a flip. What I mean by that is my kind of base starting graph is going to be this, where I've got my 2 pi here. So what this does, maybe I'll go, oh shoot, 2. So what this does here is it's actually a shift. It gives it a new starting point. So this shifts it right by pi over 2. So what I need to do now is figure out where that starting point's going to land. So I've got like this guy, it's going to move that way by pi over 2. So I need to figure out where pi over 2 is. So if this is 2 pi, then this is pi, which means that this is pi over 2. It also means that this is negative pi over 2. So what happens is, as this guy shifts, this point here is going to land here. So that's almost going to start at 0, 0, or it is going to start at 0, 0. Let's find another color. This point here is going to go out to here, right? And then all of them are going to move over by that amount. Get rid of blank, oops. So, I need to draw my graph. And since I'm going to go off of this thing. So this thing, since it moves to here, I'm going to start right here. And then since this part moves to here, maybe what I'll do is just go, oh well, it's going to connect like that, right? And then go up, and then, right? So it's going to follow that pattern like that. So what I'm going to do now, that green pattern, what I'm going to do now is draw my graph in. Maybe I'll draw this loop over here. Notice the period of this is still 2 pi. It hasn't been adjusted at all. So I'm going to label my up and down as 2 and negative 2. And then I got to get this in there. So notice I start here and I go through the cycle. Boom, that's where I'm beginning to repeat it. So that is where I'm going to label my 2 pi. And I'm going to label this as pi. Yeah, just straight up pi. Which makes this 3 pi, right? This is negative pi. You don't have to label all those, but I'm just going to go ahead and put them anyway. So notice it's negative, so it flipped it upside down, right? And then it took the starting point, which was here, for a negative cosine graph, and moved it over by pi over 2 to here. You can clearly see that that is halfway along this. This is 0 to pi. So that new starting point is here. So you can see that that new starting point is a pi over 2, which corresponds to that. That's all.